Do you know what happens when Cowboy Carter and a cookie have a baby? A strange thought, I know, but stay with me. You see, tickets for Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour recently went on sale, and afterward I had one question. How could I combine her genius with something as simple as a cookie? But you should know, a cookie I bake will never be simple.
Whoa.
Which meant I had to create something really special. So I've spent the last 24 hours figuring that out. And I have to admit, I think I have something really good. Okay, here are the rules. 1, the final cookie must embody Cowboy Carter. And 2, the cookie must pass the cookie break test. I'll explain that later. All right, I'm starting with my signature cookie dough, and before you ask, no, this is not a recipe video. I know, it's heartbreaking, I'm so sorry. But check the description, and maybe that'll heal your broken heart. Anyway, this base, I've spent years perfecting this. If you didn't know, I ran a cookie business for a long time, so when it comes to baking, of course there's always something new to learn, but I've got my dough down to a science. Okay, so you know what I want to do? I want to test your Cowboy Carter knowledge. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. I'm going to start off easy, okay? But it's going to be a little more difficult as the questions continue. And I'll be back a little later to share the answers with you. Okay, question 1 says, before officially announcing Cowboy Carter, Beyonce teased the project by releasing a surprise Super Bowl commercial featuring which song? Is it A, Texas Hold'em, B, 16 Carriages, C, Jolene, or D, Blackbird? Question 2 says, Cowboy Carter is considered part of a larger trilogy that started with which Beyonce album? Is it A, Lemonade, B, Renaissance, C, 4, or D, Homecoming? And then the last question is, Beyonce covered Blackbird on Cowboy Carter, but which legendary artist officially wrote and recorded it? Is it A, Willie Nelson, B, Johnny Cash, C, Paul McCartney, or D, Dolly Parton? Okay, I'll be back in a little bit to share the answers with you. Now, for this cookie, I really need it to embody Cowboy Carter. I looked for inspiration, but I couldn't really find anyone who's done like Cowboy Carter food or dessert, which meant I'm kind of on my own for this one. So first, I thought what we could do for the cookie base is a bourbon cookie. So I think this will give the cookie that kind of like rich booziness that I think is really Southern, but also representative of Cowboy Carter. Okay, next, I want to go in with cheddar and corn. Yes, real cheddar and real corn. I know this one might sound a little weird, but hear me out, okay? 1, because, well, and 2, because cornbread is a Southern staple. I think it'll really be the perfect complement to kind of soak up some of that booziness in the dough. Plus, I think it'll be super striking against some of the other key elements in this cookie. So yes, cheddar and corn. Okay, so I'm gonna mix in my dry ingredients, and then I'm gonna reveal my other secret ingredients. Okay, so the last thing we're gonna add is some honey pecans, because I feel like Cowboy Carter is the perfect blend of like smooth, rich, and a little bit wild.
Bucking like a mechanical bull.
Okay, it smells so good. I wish you could smell it, but you can't, but it smells so good. Oh, and by the way, I don't even think I asked you. Are you going to the Cowboy Carter tour? Did you already get your tickets? Are you planning on getting tickets? Or are you gonna pass on this one? Maybe by the time this video is posted, tickets will be sold out, or maybe not, I don't know. But let me know if you're going. Oh, you thought I forgot about the Cowboy Carter trivia? Let's see how you did. Okay, question 1. The answer is A, Texas Hold'em. I think that one was pretty easy though. For question 2, the answer is B, Renaissance. And then question 3, this one I think is pretty tough. So I don't know how many of you actually got this question right, but the answer is C. But anyway, now that we've settled that, it literally smells so good in here, and I'm so excited to show you these cookies, and we have to see if they pass the tests. I don't think I've ever had a cookie with real corn in it, but I get it now. The deep, almost smoky booziness of the bourbon, it's warm, but it's not overpowering. And then when those pecans come in, it's like they're kind of toasty and buttery. They give just the right amount of crunch. and they really break up the richness. I think it kind of keeps everything balanced. I don't know if you can also see like the layers inside. There's so many layers to this cookie. Oh, and I forgot to mention the honey. It's very subtle, but it kind of just elevates the whole thing. So I think it's safe to say that this cookie passes the first test. But does it pass the second? Perfectly round. Check. The consistency was really good, so I'll give that another check. Now we have to test the cookie break. If it passes that one, then it's safe to say this cookie wins. Perfect break. Okay, look, I'm not saying this cookie will change your life, but I'm also not saying that. Who's next?
Sugar, how you gon'